everybody and listeners and anyone and everyone. Welcome back to the talk show Too Stupid. I'm your host, Danny, this week. And of course, as always, what would Too Stupid be without Sarah? Hey.
Hey. Hey.
How are you doing? How are you doing on this afternoon, almost night?
You know what's so funny? Last time we were joking about how we were like, oh, see you in 2 weeks. But then we were gone for a month, and then we said, oh, see you in 2 weeks. And then we have not been 2 weeks again. Not our fault.
We had the Danny's special interests, and then the BuzzFeed quizzes just went up. If we're counting today as what today actually is, BuzzFeed thing went up not last Friday but the Friday before, because this episode is coming out this Friday. So I mean, this one that we're recording now, that will be 3 in a row that we've been consistently doing for every 2 weeks.
Okay, good. Hey.
I think well, I know especially the obviously like BuzzFeed quizzes in this one, but I think I released the Danny's special interests when I knew we were like getting back into it, because then I was like, okay, like I'll release this one, then we'll have the 2 weeks. But I could be wrong. Maybe it is just the BuzzFeed quiz and this episode. You'd think I know, because I'm the one that spends time on our channel and uploads the videos, but here I am. 2 weeks is a long time. I forget, okay?
Yeah, for real. We've been not good with time lately. So
we've been catching up. It just feels weird right now because we took some time in between when the video was uploaded last Friday, because usually we record like that weekend.
Yeah.
But in this case, I only have a week to upload this, which is fine. But I think that's why it feels a little weird, because we're just recording at a different time than we usually do.
Yeah.
During the week.
Yeah.
It's really crappy weather right now, and I'm sitting near a window, and it just looks so gloomy outside, and it is not helping my just restful mood.
I know. I feel the same way. I felt it's been storming all day since last night, so
yeah. I woke up this morning to storm sirens, so that was a great way to start my day.
Yeah.
That was alarming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I reckon today's episode is going to be short and sweet, which I think is what we need.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine. That's totally fine.
Okay.
But I figured we could start off with our TikToks as per usual. All right, here is Sarah's video.
We'll be landing shortly. Okay, on the moon. But I went too high.
Have you not heard this joke before?
No, I have. It's just a funny representation of it.
She's like in the bathroom, like she just had a eureka moment. Like, I gotta tell this joke right now.
Right. I went too high. Cut off.
The delivery is great. Yeah,
Phenomenal. Yeah. Phenomenal.
Yeah. All right, here's mine.
Wait.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw this one already. I sent this one to you too. Or did you send it to me?
Did you?
I saw it.
I think I sent it to you because I was looking at my saves and I was like, oh, this is the one I got, this is the one I want to share, but I already sent it to Sarah, but that's okay, I'll share it anyways. I love dogs, period, but also I love dogs that are careless like that.
Why is he yelling in that dog's mouth? What's that dog do to him?
I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's really interesting. Like I would say Winnie's kind of like that, where she's like will literally like let you hold her like a baby and like tap her face or like poke her nose, and she just like takes it.
Yeah, Wiener doesn't care.
Like, she's just so chill. Yeah, that's what we call the dog, by the way, is Wiener.
Jackson doesn't really either, though.
Jackson does care. Jackson is
Not with me. I'll do
Jackson
anything
won't
to
let
him.
you like.
We're
Well,
homies like that.
I
though.
mean, yeah, but he complains. Winnie doesn't
Yeah.
complain.
He's got a
Jackson will
mouth.
like make sounds and like pretend like he's gonna. I mean, he doesn't like aggressive bite, but he'll like playful bite, but he'll like growl and like get mad and like walk away.
Yeah, he's got something to say about it.
He'll make it obvious that he doesn't enjoy it, whereas like you do it to Winnie and she's just like, I'm just glad you're touching me because I need somebody touching me all the time.
Yeah.
So, but you can like you can't like with Winnie, you can pull up her cheeks, you can like blow in her mouth. You could probably totally do what that guy did to his dog in the video, and she'd be like, wow, I'm having so much fun. If I tried to do that with Jackson, he would scream at me and run away. So I don't know, man. Anyways, now that we're warmed up, recently, Sarah, within the last, how long has it been now?
It's been about a week and a half.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
You
almost.
had a certain dental procedure done.
I did.
And now that we're both on team no longer wisdom teeth, I figured today's topic would be great to talk about what we remember, what we don't,
Not much,
and yeah, and how it's been. Now, the only difficult part about this is obviously for viewers listening at home, Sarah came with me to my wisdom teeth removal because
you did. You asked me.
We thought it'd be funny. I don't know.
Yeah, you asked me to.
Because I asked and I thought it'd be entertaining, and I genuinely actually needed like somebody to take care of me afterwards for a little bit.
Yep.
And that was what I got mine like it was either the summer before senior year or the summer after senior year.
I think it was the
you
summer.
Remember?
I think it was the summer after.
Yeah, I think that's right. Cause it was before I started college. So it was a while ago now, but yeah, I asked Sarah to come with me, and I'm sure she can tell part of the story. But I also just want to hear from you and your experience and what it was like, because I don't know, the internet is riddled with those sorts of stories and videos. Unfortunately, we don't have anything super funny from ours. Not that I would really want to share it anyways, because some of the pictures I have from me post wisdom teeth is not the greatest. But I figured since my half is probably a little bit longer, just because we both have perspectives from it, that I could start with just what I remember and how like my healing process was and what it was like for all those people fearful of the dentist. Because hang on, the tree outside is going crazy right now from the wind. It's like whipping in all sorts of directions. It's so distracting. Okay, looking this way. But I don't know, dentist and like, what is it called? White coat syndrome, where you're just like fine until you get to like the doctors or dentist and you're like, this is it.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm done. But I don't know. I think so. I have pretty good teeth. Okay. I'm gonna take care of my teeth. I had braces actually twice. Sucks. But I had braces in 3rd grade on my top teeth, and then I had braces top and bottom for like almost like a year, a little over a year. I don't think quite 2 years, but around there. So I take good care of my teeth, okay? Because a lot has gone into my teeth, and I don't want to get braces again. And so, not that really matters when it comes to wisdom teeth, but I don't usually have a fear when I go to the dentist, because usually nothing's wrong. I will say though, one of like the absolute worst things about going to the dentist, one of the worst what's it called, sensory issues I have is when they scrape my teeth with like a little hook.
Yep, that's the worst for me,
especially
too.
Like,
hate it.
Oh my gosh, the front bottoms ones.
Yep.
My bottom front teeth I always have to tell them because literally, like, I get goosebumps.
Yep.
I, like, feel like I'm gonna throw up. Like,
yep. Like white knuckling in the chair. Like,
yes, yes. And there have been times, it was so funny because I didn't realize that it was like a sensory thing until like I was like so tense one time when somebody was doing it, and the lady was like, "Are you okay?"
yeah.
And I'm like, I'm fine. I just
Yeah.
like, I'm not in pain, I swear. Like, I
Yeah.
literally just like hate the sound. I hate the feeling.
Yeah.
I hate like the sensation. It like literally like makes me want to explode.
I cried one time from it, like was literally like sitting there like sobbing. And I was like, and she was like, next time wear headphones. I said, it's not gonna help. I can feel it. I said, that's what it is.
It's in my head.
Right. Like you're scraping my teeth. I can feel it. And I was like, that's not gonna help. I said, you just need to be done. I said, just do it.
Just do it faster.
Ignore me crying and just get it done because
and move on.
I need you to just be done.
I can imagine you just laying in the chair, like with those
tears streaming down my face,
scraping your teeth, and you're like, yeah, there's just silent tears like going down your face.
She was like, "Oh my god,
like, just do it, just get it done."
Yeah,
just get it
she's
done.
like, "Why are you crying?" I was like, "Why are you bullying me right now?"
Yeah. So everything except that,
yep.
I'm usually fine.
Yes.
When I go to the dentist.
Yes.
But yeah, I had 2 wisdom teeth on one side. I'm very lucky, so that I only had pain on one side of my face. I think my sister also came with because she thought it would be entertaining, but then I only allowed you to come back and see me, so I was like, oh.
Well, everyone did end up coming back. But I was the first one too.
Oh. Okay. That's maybe what it was.
Yeah.
This was a while ago, guys. And I was also drugged.
And you were also drugged. So it's okay.
Sorry, I don't remember exactly.
I'm here to fix the holes. Fill in the holes.
Yeah. So I mean, there's not a ton to say. I obviously remember most of it from afterwards. I brought headphones. I think the worst part before I went under was they put this giant, they have like a giant what would you call it? To like prop open your mouth. Like I remember them like putting it in and me being like, wow, this is so uncomfortable.
Yep.
To like hold my lips open, whatever, my mouth open, my jaw open. But I brought headphones, which helped, and I will still say it to this day. It literally felt like I fell asleep and I woke up like 2 seconds. Like it felt so fast. And not that those procedures take super long anyways, but like literally I woke up and I was like, how long has it been? Because it literally felt like I closed my eyes and I woke and then I opened them again.
Which Danny's took about an hour. From the time that like you went back and then they came and got me. That was about an hour.
So that's so crazy to me.
Yep.
And what was alarming to me is as I was immediately when I woke up, they're like, stand up.
Yes.
I was like, yes. And I was like, wait. Like that's probably one of the most like alarming things. Like it didn't hurt. I wasn't scared. It wasn't like traumatizing or anything. Everybody was so nice. Like it went good, all those things. But I was so just like more startled when like I opened my eyes and they were like, get up. We're moving. And I was like, what? And then the lady like put my chair up and I like was like, oh my god, I'm standing now. Like I knew at that point, like, since I had woken up, obviously I'd been, like, somewhat conscious, and I knew in my brain, I was like, I am drugged. I should not be standing up right now. Like, this is too soon. Slow down, please. But luckily, they brought me to, like, another room. That was literally just across the hall, so, like, I didn't have to do much walking, but, like, it was hard.
Yeah.
I was like, I cannot collapse right now. I'm not going to collapse. And I didn't, but I felt really close because I did not feel normal enough to like, okay, my legs work right now. I could sit up and walk to a different location.
Yeah.
Don't remember much after that. I remember like obviously sitting in the room for a little bit and Sarah was there and they I don't think I got wheeled out in a wheelchair or anything, did I?
No,
I
you
think
walked.
I think I walked.
They let you walk, but they made you hold my hand.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? You held my hand like the entire way to the car.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you did.
But to be fair, it was also a long time ago, so I don't know if it's so much as drugs as it's more just like. Also, I'm looking at my plant. My plant looks so bad right now. But it's yeah, it's more just poor memory because like it didn't really mess me up too much. I don't know what those dentists be putting those kids and teens on that make them go like so crazy.
I don't know either.
Because I didn't feel too wild. My dad, actually, I should have gotten him on the episode this week because he has a funny story from when he was on when he got his wisdom teeth out. My mom went with him, and that has some interesting stories to come along with it. But no, I didn't do anything real stupid. All I remember is that I took some really funny pictures of myself like in the car ride home that I still have. I was playing with Snapchat filters. And it was more just like I felt like really tired. Like I didn't feel like loopy or anything because they didn't give me. It's not laughing gas, is it? It's like
that's a little bit stronger.
Yeah, like it's more of like a sleep.
Yeah, it's a sedative
drug.
Yeah, it's a sedative.
Than like a goofy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I mean, oh, that burp was probably right up in the mic because it's like right by my throat. No, but I remember like driving home, and honestly, yeah, I just felt more exhausted than I felt like silly goofy. And I just remember like fading in and out of sleep like the whole day, and like you were there for some parts, and I woke up, and then you were gone. And then I woke up again, and Jedi was there. And I like fell back asleep. Like it was very like phasing in and out, like set alarm, okay, switch the ice. I think I had ice cream.
You did
the day I came back, and
yes,
you know, that went fine. But really the healing went totally okay. I mean, again, I feel very lucky. I don't know if I think I just have good teeth genetics maybe, but no like dry sockets. The stitches were fine. I wasn't in a ton of pain because I was just, you know, I took ibuprofen and I was okay. And yeah, I don't know. Healing process is what, like about not even a week ish, 5-6 days. Do you remember?
We'll talk about my healing process. Danni had a very fast healing process. I'll say that. Danni's teeth healed very fast. Which mine have healed very fast too, but mine, it was a little bit of a struggle. Struggle bus.
Mine healed so fast that when I went into like the dentist, they were like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, like yours healed
like
very,
they
very
like
fast.
audibly were like, oh, like you're fine. Like you're normal now. And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah. And we were both kind of like, oh, like interesting. So I don't know, but I know there's probably one or two parts that you care to share about from mine.
Yeah, it was normal. It was early in the morning, so like going in was normal. Like we were just going to the dentist afterwards. So it was about like an hour. Danni went in by herself, and then they came back when she was done and got me. And then I went back, and you were laying on a lounge chair with a blanket. And
yeah, I kind of remember that. I only know that happened honestly because there's a picture.
There's a picture.
Like if we didn't have photo evidence, like I would be like, "What do you mean I went and sat with a blanket or
no?"
Whatever,
she was with a blanket,
know?
And the
I'd
reason
be like, I went in the car.
The reason there's a picture is because I was not gonna like record or like I was gonna give you like your dignity and be like, you're drugged. You don't need to be made fun of right now. But Danni was laying there. And she goes, take a picture of me. I want to see what I look like. So she's laying there with like her headphones in, her blanket on, lounging in a chair with gauze.
Like cotton, in my mouth. Yeah, like coming out of my...
And so I take a picture of her and I show her. Yeah. And I still have that picture. That's like the only evidence we have of her being in that back room. And then the Snapchat pictures, because you thought it was so funny. Those filters were so funny.
Yeah.
The only funny thing I have from like you being back there was because your blanket didn't cover like your feet all the way, like it was really only covering like your legs. You kept looking at me and going, "Look at my freaking sandals," because you were wearing like Birkenstocks. You were like, "Look at my freaking sandals," and it was so funny. I was like, "Wow, wow, you are
talking
wearing
to me
sandals."
Like the kids you work with.
Yeah. I was like, "Wow," and then I helped you out, held my hand all the way out to the car, and then got in the car without the Snapchat. I would just like hear her giggle. I looked over and she's taking pictures on Snapchat with filters. She thought it was really funny for some reason. And then went home, went to your house, put your ice packs on, you ate some ice cream and you went to sleep. And then I stayed for a little bit and then I went home. That was it. Perfect. Really.
What a great friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was really
that's
fun.
The thing. I don't really remember those details like that, but I'm so glad that we have the photo and memory to share with each other.
Yeah, that picture is funny.
Yeah, but so you got yours about, like we said, a week and a half ago. So I figured it was fitting for you to chat about yours, although it was midweek and I live in a different state than you. I unfortunately could not come with. No. So I don't have any secondhand insight other than when I called you the day of. But I would love to hear about what you remember and that maybe you were a little more struggle bus than me.
She was evil.
Me?
You were evil. You're so evil. Anyways.
How could I be evil so far away?
You're evil. Anyways, we'll get to that. We'll get to your evilness. So, I was like, I had all four. So that's another part, is I had all four wisdom teeth. One of them was already impacted, so it was coming through.
Right. Yeah.
So that was a whole other thing. Well, it's not a thing. It's just, it affects your healing process. So yeah, everything was pretty much normal. I remember pretty much the entire thing before, which was interesting because like I have a disability, so I've been under the knife plenty of times and drugged plenty of times, and like nothing compared to like this. Like this was an entirely different experience. It was so wild.
That's so strange to me. I thought it would be like normal for you.
No, it was so different. Because like, and I just think it's different drugs that they use. It's like I remember everything before. Sure. It was really chill. Had a great dental assistant. We were just chatting, and I remember that they put the IV in, and I sprayed blood everywhere, and they were like, "Oh, she's a bleeder." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
I love like the casual nature of when something goes wrong in a medical facility, and they're like, "Well, that's funny," you know. And you're like, "I am spraying blood out of my vein in my arm. Please do something."
Well, and he had to like, because I hadn't eaten or like drank anything that day, he had to poke me a couple times, and like I'm fine with all of this because
I'm so
like
sorry.
This is what I'm used to. Like this does not faze me. So I look at him and I'm like profusely apologizing for bleeding everywhere. But then
that has nothing to do with you, Sarah.
I can't do anything about that. I felt bad that I sprayed blood
everywhere. Sorry. Psh, like just coming. Sorry about that. Sorry. I'll stop that now.
I'll try. I'll try to stop. But then it's pretty soon after that like he's like, "Okay, I'm putting the drugs in now." And then
did they make you count?
No. He just said, any minute now you'll start feeling pretty sleepy. And I'm just like, okay. And there was like a young boy shadowing, like younger than me, shadowing the dentist. And so he was like explaining all of like my vitals, because like he was in charge of watching like my oxygen levels, the shadower was. And so like they were talking about like what all the different things on like my vital screen meant and things like that. And that's when I could like feel myself starting to get drowsy. And they looked at me and they said, "Are you starting to feel sleepy?" And I was like, "Yup." And then I was like, "Out." And then of course, yeah, like Danny says, like it literally is like suddenly you're awake and you're like, it feels very, very
Where
fast.
am I?
Yeah.
It's been years.
But yeah, I didn't feel scared or anything like that. It was just like, whoa, that was fast. Which it is. It is fast. Mine was about 45 minutes. And mine was a little silly because I had, despite being drugged many times in my life for procedures, I had never reacted in the way that I did. The first thing I did when I woke up, obviously the dental assistant looked at me and was like, "Good morning." And I looked at her and I said, which, by the way, huge disclaimer. 1, yes, you can keep your teeth if you ask about it beforehand. Part B, I didn't care about them before. I didn't ask for them. I didn't care about keeping them. Like, I did not care about my teeth until I was on drugs. The first thing I ask, the first thing that comes out of my mouth when I'm awake out of this procedure is, "Can I see my teeth?" And she says, "Oh, honey, I already disposed of them." And then I proceed to sob. I'm sitting in this chair and I am sobbing. And I'm not like a crier or anything. Like I don't show my emotions whatsoever. And I am sobbing in this chair. And this poor dental assistant is thinking like I'm crying because she threw away my teeth. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, if I would have known you wanted them, I would have kept them. Like, yada, yada, yada." Again, I'm sitting there sobbing. And I go, "It's okay. I'm not mad at you. I just miss my mom." And that's really like the last thing that I really remember. Because then it gets like, I don't know if this is how it is for you, but it's like spotty where I start to like only remember parts.
Yeah.
And like for me, where they let you recover in a different room, I was up and I was out the door. Like pretty much as soon as I was awake. All of a sudden.
That's crazy.
I remember holding her hand. Well, and I remember when I said, "I just miss my mom," she was like, "Okay, let's go see her." And like that was it. Like we were going. Because my mom was pulling the car around to come get me. And so I remember grabbing her hand to lift myself up. And I'm still sobbing, by the way. To get in the wheelchair. Because they wheeled me out. They didn't make me walk. To get in the wheelchair. I sat in the wheelchair. That's the last bit that I remember. And all of a sudden, I remember I was like in front of my mom outside. And she was hugging me because I'm sobbing. And I remember the dental assistant saying to my mom, like, "Oh, she just missed her mom." And my mom's like side of it is she's like, "I just pulled my, like, they gave me the aftercare instructions and they said, "Okay, pull your car around." And I pull my car around and there Sarah is sitting in a wheelchair sobbing. And so she's concerned. And so, but the dental assistant was like, "Oh, she just missed her mom." But that's the next bit that I remember is hugging my mom. I remember getting in the car very slowly. And then the next thing I remember is we're in the drive-through pharmacy at Walgreens to drop off my prescriptions. And then the next thing I remember is I'm in bed. Like, it's very spotty.
That's what I'm saying. That's how it goes. It's in and out. Did you just like knock out when you got home?
No,
too?
I did not sleep at all that day. I actually wasn't tired at all.
That's crazy.
I remember feeling very groggy and like out of it and like being like, what the heck is going on? But like I did not sleep that day. Which I was surprised. I thought I would.
That is literally all I did.
Yeah. I thought I would, but I did not. But I don't have, again, my mom gave me dignity and did not take any pictures of me, especially because it went so fast after I was awake. But I did, when I got home, I did send some pictures to Danny. And then I proceed to get a FaceTime call from her. And she goes, "Hey, beautiful." Well, I have gauze in my mouth. I'm so swollen. I'm in pain.
I definitely have like a mental picture, and I will forever, of the call, you like staring at your phone with the thing. You had to hold your ice pack, which I felt so bad because I probably still have that
I know.
Velcro one.
That's like the one thing. So in regards of like my recovery, so I'm still in recovery right now. Like,
yes, yeah. Talk about that, please.
We're going a week and a half in, and I'm still kind of recovering. The first 2 days were okay. Regarding like pain, but the swelling was awful. Like I looked like a chipmunk. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And the only thing I would change about like those days is I wish I would have had like what Danny had. She had like a wraparound head thing where like you could place the ice like packs in like cushions, yeah, and like ice your face without having to use your hands. And I wish I would have had that. But like it was fine besides the swelling. So I had my procedure on a Thursday. Saturday and Sunday were the worst days for pain. Those days sucked. Sucked real bad. I was in a lot of pain. But of course, they give you like basically like a stronger dose of like ibuprofen. And so that was fine. They had given me some Vicodin, which is like a stronger like pain narcotic, but I never took any. Just because I didn't want to unless like I developed like dry socket or anything like that, which thankfully I have not. I know. It's been very good. But yeah, it's just been a lengthy process. The worst thing is not being able to eat. You can only eat soft foods. Really, for like the first week of your recovery, you're kind of stuck with like liquids. like ice cream, and like I was drinking like smoothies and like shakes and yeah, that was like protein shakes. That was the worst part. The worst part was not being able to eat. And then you can start like eating like a little bit of like solids, like pasta. I've been eating a lot of pasta. During the whole thing, you're doing like a salt water cleanse, so you're having to like wash your mouth out with salt water. I just ended that yesterday. Okay. So I no longer have to do that. But yeah, the swelling took a long time to go down. Especially like where my actual sites are. The swelling took a long time to go down, and my bottom teeth really suffered quite a bit because I had stitches down there. I had stitches on my bottom too, and then I just had holes on the top ones. So my stitches had quite a bit of swelling, and things would get stuck in there, and so that was not fun. And then the only hole that isn't closed right now is my right side. So I still have a tiny little hole there. That's should be closed.
Just taking its time.
Yeah, and that was the one that was impacted, so it was coming through. So it might just take a little bit of time to close all the way. But my healing journey has been smooth. It's just been
Yes.
lengthy, and not fun.
Painful.
And painful. It was painful. But I'm not in pain anymore. So yippee.
Good. Yay!
Yay, no more pain.
Well, luckily, don't my arms look like really small, like baby hands?
It's just like very weird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I am glad we both have that done and that,
Yes.
you know,
Never have to do it again.
move on. Nope.
Yep. We're done.
I kind of wish I kept mine though. I don't know what I would have done with them, but I know wisdom teeth look cool. And I think I still have some of my baby teeth somewhere, maybe, but
So wild.
is that weird?
Yes.
But yeah, I'm glad it went well, and I'm glad it's done. And let's hope for some positive dental, health, hygiene, whatever, in the months to come. I think I have a dentist appointment in a couple months or so. Annual cleaning, or every 6 months, whatever you're supposed to do.
It was actually so funny because they like changed my procedure date a couple of times, but it was supposed to be like the day after my like annual like biannual dentist appointment, and then they changed it, and then it was on the day of my dentist appointment, so I changed my dentist appointment, and then they changed it again to the week after, and I was like, well, now I can't go to the dentist until October, but they were already in my mouth, so like,
interesting,
whatever. But I also have never had any problems. I've never had braces. I've never had a cavity. Like, this is the most extensive oral thing I've had.
Whatever.
Sorry.
Whatever.
Sorry.
That's okay. Well, now that we're getting close to the end, Sarah, what did you eat today?
Oh my gosh, perfect segue.
Since we were talking about
not being able to eat
soft foods.
I have been able to eat lately. I have been eating.
Yay!
Yay!
Great! Oh my
god! I've been because I was eating like oatmeal. I have been so sick of oatmeal that for breakfast, the last like couple of days that I've been starting to like actually eat, I've been eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the morning because they're soft enough, so it's comfortable. But it's not too crazy. So I had that for breakfast today, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I am not a milk drinker at all, but during this time I've been drinking like a glass of milk just so like it fills me up and I'm getting some kind of like nutrients. So
sure,
I had a glass of milk with it.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's not my favorite, but I've been doing it for the benefits of it. And then I worked all morning from 9:30 to 2, so I had a protein shake. Did not have really any lunch. I had a granola bar when I got home. I had a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so had to go to that.
Wow.
And then for dinner I had grilled sausage and peppers.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And it was so yummy because it was food. It was
I wish they could see how you just said that. Sarah has her hands like up in like an Italian like gesture, and she just closed her eyes and she goes,
it was food.
Like she was like so
I literally
so passionate about it.
I was eating like in the island at my kitchen. And I just turned to my mom and I'm like, I'm so happy I can eat. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Like it's brutal. Yeah. It's brutal to not be able to eat what you want to eat. But then I also had a brownie and some ice cream because I made brownies yesterday for Father's Day because it was Father's Day yesterday.
Oh, that's sweet.
So I made brownies. What'd you eat today?
Well, I went to a Thai restaurant for the first time. and had some Thai food.
Delicious. I love Thai food.
That involved, they had these like meatball skewers and like the sweet and sour sauce. I also tried their fried rice. I also tried their just like these. It was like a Thai noodle dish. It was like ramen noodles and like shrimp, carrot, onion, soy sauce, sesame, whatever, like all whatever mixed together noodle dish. It was really good. And then the highlight, what I do really want to talk about, is I tried Thai coffee for the first time. Now, I've been a barista for, I don't want to think about how long, but it's been a while. So it's funny because I don't really like the taste of like regular coffee, but I am like really invested in, you know, how it's made, blah blah blah, the beans, the flavor, the whatever combinations of whatever you want. It was really interesting and it was really good. So that was why I was worried, because I was like, oh, like iced coffee, usually I don't like it because I don't like when I order an iced coffee, I get decaf and I usually get half calf because I don't like the flavor of the espresso. So I was a little bit worried. I was like, okay, is this gonna be more like a cold brew? Is it gonna be more like just a regular iced coffee? Like, what are we doing here? It tasted so good. It tasted because I was kind of like Googling a little bit on what makes Thai coffee like so good, because it's Thai coffee is like notorious for being very, very good. And that's literally only because, okay, you ready for a barista right here for a second? Is in America, we roast our beans so dark and so hot that a lot of the time American coffee is just very charred. It's very burnt. It's very not good. Okay, obviously a lot of people disagree, but in my opinion, if I were to eventually end up liking coffee, it needs to be the light to medium roast, which is what a lot of other majority of countries roast their beans at like a more medium temperature. Okay, America for some reason just loves it, just charred, burnt, shriveled beans. Okay, but for Thai coffee, that's what they do. Is their beans are typically roasted light to medium. So they also use I think it's called like olatang, or I'm gonna Google this really quick just to make sure I'm not gonna embarrass myself here. Oliang, sorry, Oliang, which is like what Thai iced coffee is like known for. It's like a Thai iced coffee version, beverage of coffee, whatever. Anyways, they roast their beans lighter. They also use like almond and more of like a sweet cream milk than like a heavy or like a whole milk. It was just very good. I was really expecting to not like it, but I did, and I've been thinking about it all day. Me and my partner made a pact because I was like, well, because he likes coffee more than I, and so I was like, if I don't like this, like you can definitely have it, and I'll just get something at work later, or I'll pick up something later. And it was funny because I tasted it and I was like, this is so good, and he got jealous because then he tried it and he was like, this is so good. Yeah. So if there is an opportunity for you to ever try Thai coffee, whoever, just do it. It's good. It's great. They also had like a Thai iced tea. They had a couple of different things, and I really want to go back and like try more because it was really good.
Thai food
lately I've been enjoying trying new things.
Yeah, Thai food will change your life, so just try it. It's so good.
Yeah. My partner got pho because he's a huge fan of that.
I love pho.
So maybe I'll have to get that next time.
It's delicious.
Yeah, we've definitely been on a kick of like going to new places, and I'm trying to try new foods because I grew up a picky eater. So we're being brave this summer.
Big brave girl.
I'm a very brave little girl. Yes. Anyways, that's kind of all I have to share. What about you?
I got nothing else to share.
All right. Well, hopefully everyone enjoyed our silly wisdom teeth stories and our experiences. We can mark that one off the list because I know I wrote it on our ideas list in our shared doc. But we will return in another 2 weeks with Sarah hosting, talking about whatever, whenever.
Who knows?
And best of luck if you are getting your wisdom teeth out anytime soon, I hope your healing is fast and not as painful as Sarah's. And we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Peace out.